Happy 4th of July, my dear friends, foes, people, compatriots, fellow Americans. Happy 4th of July. My name is Jeffery. I'm at Jeffery TV, and I'm coming to you live on Memorex from an undisclosed location, alternate route. It's the 4th of July holiday. I was perfectly content with just having the day off and doing nothing. Then I kind of woke up and thought, you know, some 4th of July festivities would be kind of cool. And I kind of got into my head the picture of, you know, barbecue, ribs, people, music, fireworks hanging out, folks drinking. Not me, but, you know, other folks getting their happy on. And it struck me as, hey, you know, that might be kind of nice. Then I go into the family chat, and granddaughter and them over there at the resort having a good time with the pool and music on, the grandkids together. I'm like, I mean, you can probably imagine that, you know, I'm cool by myself. You know, I'm cool just having a day off, being the Jeffery, you know, oh, but you like being by yourself. You like being Jeffery. I do. So, you know, it's not too much of a bad thing. But I do wish that my ribs was on sale. There's a certain brand of ribs I get, already sauced and seasoned. It's ready to throw the whole bag in the oven for like an hour and a half that I love, but they so expensive. But today, you know, or tomorrow, I might consider spending that extra money, going ahead and getting them anyway. I don't know. Because I could go for some ribs. You know, and then the way I got it slated, my commute, I might not get to see any fireworks depending on what time I get home. If I get home, I'll see fireworks. I'm stepping on my balcony. I gotta step outside my house and somebody gonna be shooting them all. You know, I'm into that. I'm into some of that tradition and ritual and ceremony, pomp and circumstance, because I love America. I love America. And the way I went over this in my head a few times was, I love everything. I basically love everything. And the conclusion I came to was, though I love everything, I don't like everything. And possibly because I love everything is because I see opportunity in everything. I see opportunity to go this way, that way, get this, do that. I just see opportunity in experiencing everything. And I absolutely love. And I don't know if I worship, but I absolutely do love my experience so far. At least I guess the most I can say is that so far on this planet is Jeffery Mitchell. I really, really do. I cherish it, worship it, protect it, maintenance, monitor it. Keep my hands on the foundation that sustains me, the things that I rely on to maintain this lifestyle and to maintain the integrity that I've built up over the years. The self-respectability, how much I respect myself, maybe too much even, because I catch myself sometimes saying, I'm not doing that. And I say it just based on who or what I think I am, and I'll go ahead and reevaluate it. I'll definitely reevaluate it. But for the most part, America has had its atrocities. America has its ups and downs. Is America perfect? No, nothing is. Is America the best socially run country or group of people or society? I don't know. But one thing I do know, it's the best one for me. There ain't gonna be no better one for me. Based on the things that I like, who I am, and the such. things that I gravitate to, things that I hold important. It could be no better one for me, and mainly because I was born and raised here. So that kind of definitely skews my idea. I'm definitely biased. I love the red, white, and blue. I just love it all. Even, like I say, even the parts I don't like. Even the parts I look up and say, what the hell? Actually, I don't even say what the hell anymore. I don't. I'm past all that. What the hell is going on there? You know, I might say it tongue in cheek, like, oh, what the hell? But my 63 years on this planet, I'm not surprised by too much anything. And when I am surprised, it's a big deal, and I enjoy it. You know, people talk about the administration, Trump this, President that. It goes both ways, the left, the right, the political system. I do like, it made me love the fact that a lot of it is on the open to a degree with the reporters and the TV coverage we get. And basically you can Google or get transcripts of just about everything that's said. It's fairly transparent. Of course, there are gonna be some people who say, and there is some stuff that the public's not privy to, and maybe even the government's not privy to, the president's not privy to. It could very well be a secret organization that's running everything. When people always say they want you to do this, they did that, they trying to get you here, and I ask people, who is they? Who is they? And nobody can actually put their finger on it. And in many ways, I understand what they're talking about. Actually, I understand the point they're trying to make. I don't understand what they mean by they. Some underlying demon that they created to fit their purpose and support their argument, that actually executes all the things that they want or need to support their argument for this or for that. But all that I'm good with. I think it comes down to Jeffery gonna be okay. I and the people around me are gonna be okay. And for the most part, I can say that the people around me, even in an extended sense, not just like family, maybe even friends, even acquaintances, maybe even co-workers. And for the most part, I think we're doing okay. I mean, if I was to come to work and find out a co-worker is in a dire situation, I would be compelled to assist or to contribute or donate or whatever you want to call it. And it's not that I'm anti-charity or anti-sympathy. It's just that in my mind, there has to be a return on investment. I ain't trying to contribute to get new chairs on the Titanic and it's getting ready to hit an iceberg. You know what I mean? Something like that. There has to be some kind of return foreseeable, at least in my mind. And I'm not just talking about, okay, if I give you $20, you're gonna go out and give me 20 back. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, if I give you $20 and you go and do this or do that, or I give you $100 and you invest in a shirt or clothes, and then you're able to go get a job and make yourself better. And I can see maybe kicking somebody down, a few $100, whoever, to do that. But not to just, here's $10. You know, for today. I know every little bit helps, but that's just not the way I think. It's just not the way I think. Because at some point, you're condoning unhealthy behavior when you do that to a degree. At some point, you're condoning unhealthy behavior. By letting the person know, oh, I don't gotta work. I can just, you know, do this and get money from people like this. This is sustainable. Not sure why I went down that road, but America, America. I don't have none of my 4th of July stuff. I don't have my flag, but I believe in capitalism. I believe in our political system, the idea of our political system. I think that it may have evolved to where it basically compromises people to where good people have to do bad things in order to get good things. And that's documented that you know, a lot of times people will give up. They'll give up this or that in order to get this. Say, all right, we'll let you, you know, we'll pass this bill, but in it, you're gonna give me this. And I got no problem with that. And I think a lot of politicians go in there with an idea of this, an idea of that, and they find out that the wheeling and dealing may not be on the up and up. And to really get stuff done, to really get stuff done, you gotta do stuff that may compromise your integrity. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're in a position to where you gotta compromise your integrity to help out 100,000 people. And you're posed with that situation to where you may have to lie or support this or support something that you're against in order to help out your constituency or your people, the people you know, are governed to protect. You may have to help out so-and-so from North Dakota so that you can get money or funding for something in your state. You may even have to lie. And that's where I would have a problem. Because one of the major things about me that I pride myself on is my integrity. I don't lie. And I can be the same person I am at work as I am at a P-Funk show. Of course, less animated at work, a little bit more reserved. But the core person is still the same. Same ideals. You ask me a question, you'll get the same answers, maybe worded differently, maybe more politically correctly worded at work, but with family, same thing. Between granddaughter, my mother, my son, I'm the same person. And I love that. So I don't have to change, I don't got nothing to hide. I was thinking, anything to hide? Do I got anything to hide? Not really. I can't say no. There's some things about me that I'm keeping to myself. I'm not just telling everything. I'm telling like maybe 95% of everything. And I believe everybody has to have something. I believe well, you know, to generalize, I believe everybody has to have something that they hold to themselves, that they keep to themselves. that they don't share, that no one can be a part of. And I say no one can be a part of, out of not saying that you don't allow people, but to actually, that they can't be a part of. They can't get down there and share it with you. They can't come to that core, that being. Hopefully you explore stuff inside yourself that only you can go to, that you really, it takes years and years and years to get somebody that close to understanding that. And I've had friends and relationships where it got really close, but there's still an underlying this or that in there that nobody can really get to, even if they tried, or even if, you know, we wanted them to. They just can't do it. And that's okay. You know, that's okay. That's okay. And I get it. I understand how that works. I understand how we want that to work. Where was I? Thought I was walking up on some entertainment. So I had to prepare myself for the entertainment. But it wasn't. So I forgot what I was talking about. Probably America, how much I love America, politics in this country, social thing. But there was a time when I was really bugged and really didn't like, and I can almost say didn't love, the way my religious beliefs, or lack thereof, were disrespected. And that's changed. That's changed over the years. I'm cool now. Maybe back then, I wasn't the person I am now. The accomplishments, et cetera, the appreciation and acknowledgements that I've experienced, I'm fulfilled. It's not that like I'm a complete human being, because complete sounds a lot like something final, and I don't think it's that. Oh yeah, so now I was doing something. Wonder what it sound like. I'm doing it as a test, and I hooked up a microphone, wired microphone. It's probably, I don't think I like the sound. Now I got on two microphones. Look at me. Look at me. I'm wearing two mics. So, but now it's it should be doing what it's doing. I can see it actually registering. Then when I tap it, okay, yeah. So we know now. We know now what needs to happen, so to speak, as I eat my breakfast. So now I got on the Samsung UEM earphones with the microphone. Here's the microphone right here. And this is what I see people actually wearing. I actually see them on podcasts wearing these. You know, I guess they may do pretty well. I wonder if they making all that noise as I bump around. I wonder if I was like to mount it right here, would it not make any moving around sound? How would it come out? Does it come out okay? I don't know. See, I'm just doing a test. Just to see if I'm out there in the world and I need to do this. You know, you don't know. You don't know. Yeah, so basically, some areas when I'm walking have more entertainment than others. And I thought it was best if I just stopped the camera when I walk through the high entertainment area. And then I forgot to cut it back on and finish up this whole talk. And walking through that and thinking about what I was thinking about, of course, I'm not going to remember where I was when I was walking out there. But one thing I was thinking about was I used to always say everybody needs to have a vice. Everybody should have at least vice. Maybe mine's a smoking. Everybody should have a fetish, some kind of weird something that they keep to themselves. And I think not to be so much of a pervert to yourself, but to have something that you only have. It's almost like not like a self-respect, but a self-appreciation of something that only you have that nobody else in the world has, that you don't share with anybody. It gives you maybe a deeper sense of self or something like that. And I think we all have that, or we should have it. I know I've met people who basically have a hard time even thinking of themselves, period. You know, every time you ask them a question about themselves, they answer it. Their answer entails more about what somebody else wants or needs. And we need people like that in the world. And quite frankly, I'm not one. But I think it all goes back to a sense of self. Having something or anything that you have to yourself, for your own self, and all that. Anyway, not that entertainment has anything to do with a vice, or, well, yeah, it probably is. I can probably say it. There's some weirdness in the entertainment that I enjoy that most of society may say, ew, that's strange. There's no doubt about that. You know what? I tell too much of my business. There is a side of the, out there on the streets or whatever that fascinates me, I have to say. At the least fascinates me. But anyhow, so I wanted to walk through that and get through that, and didn't want to be filming. Didn't want to be, have the camera going in that situation. It's just easier or better. But anyhow, I'm back now. You know what? When I got back, I knew it was too hot out there to be walking. And that route is a little longer than usual. I think it's like 3,000 steps more. I get like 13,000 steps in. And I think when I started to walk, I was 201.6 or something like that. I got back, I'm like 197. 197. It was like 197.2 or 0.4. Then I got in the shower. I just showered off. I didn't moisturize. I still haven't drunk. This is my first time eating. I haven't drunk any water yet. So I'm probably dehydrated. That's why I call it an anomaly weight. As soon as I probably hit this little water just a little bit, it's probably going, my weight is probably going to go up 4 pounds. But 197. Then I got out of the shower. It went down to 197.0. Before I got in the shower, it was like 197.4, 0.6 or something like that. And I know it feels good. It's it's an indication of trend in which way I'm going. It's not the real weight. It's not how much I really weigh, but it's nice. It's nice to know. And I'm doing a test. I think I might even post all the test videos that I did coming back here, because I got some time now. I'm here at an undisclosed location in my room. Where I usually work. Where I do work. In fact, I worked here Thursday. I think. Yeah, I actually do my work. Do my job here. Set my computer up here. And all that. I probably could show you if I was so inclined, but I like the way this is set up now and the way it's running. So you've seen it before. So I was getting ready to pack up and go see Mother, and then get ready to go back home. 4th of July. I was really thinking about some 4th of July festivities. I would love to get some. I just want to have some. Everybody was. I kind of missed the 4th of July festivities. Maybe because I'm going back and spending time with daughter and granddaughter so much, and being actually in a family situation around people. And there's definitely a positive side. There's definitely a positive side to family and people, which I didn't have to say that. Even for me to say that sounds sarcastic, but y'all know how I feel. So I probably do miss the festivities, and but first, for a while, all I want to do is be alone. I'll be happy to be alone. I don't know, maybe I'm coming out of that. Maybe I'm actually coming out of that, and it may take maybe I actually want to spend time with other people or something like that. Not another person. I'm not gonna say another person, but other people. It may be like in festive situations or public situations or something like that. I don't know. Let me drink this water. Watch this. First water in like hours and hours and hours after walking and being dehydrated. Oh God, it's so good. It's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. So, that's what I'm here now. I didn't get to swing on y'all, so I went to swing on y'all, wrap it up, and get ready to pack up. And here, I'll let you see. Getting ready to pack up and go home. Got my stuff here. Here's where I work. In fact, it might be even better if I went like this, huh? Here's where I work. Here's my desk. I got it facing the, I came in, it was facing the other way. I usually have it facing the door. I usually have it facing that door right there out, but somebody moved it, and it gives more, actually you get more room in the room. And so I kind of liked it. And then actually the backdrop, I was shooting video like this, and the backdrop was kind of nice. And I was under, even with the backlight, I like having, seeing stuff back there gives better than having a flat wall up against you. So I started thinking about that, at home and probably having the whole thing. But there's the room. And get ready to pack it up, drink my water, swear on y'all, send this video to my laptop, splice it together, all the different pieces that I shot today. And and I shot them on the phone with the same app, so they'll all be in the same format, and that make it easier to render. Same format and resolution, everything, and it make it easier to render when I splice them all together faster. And I'm using a microphone, an older microphone that I usually use. This is an older microphone from a different thing. I can't remember where I got this microphone from. This lavalier, one of these lavaliers, because I got like different sets of lavaliers, and I actually know one set is definitely better. One set I think sounds better. Then there's another one, then there's another one. So there's like 3 or 4 sets that I have. And then you have different types of plugs. So I had to hook this one up. This was actually plugged directly into the phone. There's no wireless here. I actually got a wire. So I actually got a wire. And I got an extension so I can make it really long and do stuff. So it's not bad. It's just not wireless. Here's my wireless setup. You ever see my wireless setup? Ever think about it? Oh, okay. Let me show you. This is the transmitter. This is the transmitter. You actually stick the lavalier. I'll even show you. Shit. Here's the microphone. So here's the microphone. You actually take this, plug it in there like that, and turn this on, turn that on, and then this belt clip broke. It broke on all of them. So I just slide this into one of my belt loops and kind of try to clip that on or put it in my pocket. That's the transmitter. And this is the receiver. This actually sticks right into the phone, right into the USB-C part of the phone. And see, on my other phone, I had a case, so I had to have an extension to get it through the case. But I'm not using a case on this one, so I just stick this right on the phone, wire this up, throw my lavalier on, and that's how I do it every morning. This is my morning equipment. This is my morning equipment, my daily morning equipment, along with the selfie stick that I'm using now, because the selfie stick stands up, so I can carry it. Fold the handle, it becomes a handle. I can actually use it to stand up. And this is a different microphone, lavalier microphone. Where did I get? I can't remember. Let me see. Is this power-wise? I may have just ordered these lavalier microphones. And these are set up to work with phones. So they have like a 4 contact plug. If you look at the plug, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And if you look at this microphone, it only has 3. It's like for the old standard, I guess. This actually has provisions in case you have your headphones and your mic that go into phones. You have the headphones, earbuds, and the mic all in one, so you can talk. And I think that plug is set up for that. So I had to have an adapter if I wanted to use that, I think, or it's the other way around. I forget. I just know. No, I have an adapter that goes into the phone, that goes into the laptop, from the regular plugs to the 4 plugs. To the 3 contact plugs to the 4 plugs. I have an adapter for that. I don't know if I have an adapter for the 3 plugs to the 4 plugs. Either way. So I'm just using a different microphone. So we'll see how it sounds like. Anyway, swing on y'all 2 times. For me, for the phone. For the phone. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom in this or any universe that ever was, is, or will be. It's the totality of it all, y'all. A theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. Happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. My name is Jeffery.